Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be working you through this document I've made about the CMR, the Central Minecraft region. Now I get you're not probably interested in this, but it does interest me, so I want to teach you of what it was. So this thing hasn't been updated since early 2019, so it's somewhat out of date, but I can fill you in on the details I don't have written. So anyway, Central Minecraft region, CMR, it was the largest Fraudian region in the Fraudian community. At its peak, we had about 250 members with us. We had one official realm, CMR Isles, and no subdivisions. So I created the Discord server on the 4th of August 2016, and after I contacted the Fraudian community and stuff, I got annexed as a Fraudian region on the 10th of March 2018. We use so we have our realms at our peak: CMR Isles, Nosticraft, the Forest, and there's a Stardust Underrealm. And we held the 2019 Fraudia Games. So the name Minecraft Central just came from me wanting to make a server for Minecraft players. And then once we were annexed as a region, we became the Central Minecraft region, as a way to memorialize the old name but still go with the new. So this is the official emblem I made for the server. I made this emblem once we got in contact with the Fraudians and started using more formal relations, and I'd used just the grass block to represent our server before then. So I needed something to differentiate ourselves, and yeah. So we were originally just a small Minecraft server, and as I said, I started this in August 2018. Now what some people here don't know is that I created this after I was banned from another Minecraft community, MCPE multiplayer. Now they are we're not gonna get into the specifics, but they were just falsely banned me, and I appealed. I was like, well, no, this didn't happen. It was a different series of events, and they're like, no, you're still banned. I'm like, okay, well, make the server, right? If you can't be in their server, you might as well make a competing server. So that's what I did, and we actually got quite a few members. UNP17 is was the first member of staff aside from me, and he had his own Minecraft server that he decided to merge with mine, sort of put the links in his server and bring that to our place, Minecraft Central. And we had some other staff, Geo 188 and stuff, and a few other guys, and they were good fun. And we had some people that came here and did some attacks, like Lofo and Paul. They mass spammed the messages and stuff. Well, when you do that, you quickly get banned. And in December of 2017, we had Gamermen for Reals come over and contact me and joins my server, requesting my annexation into the Xbox 360 region of the community. Now I'm like, what the hell? This random member finds my invite link and is like, do you want to annex into region? And I'm like, no bueno, I don't know what region is. So then I see the Gamerman was talking about Fraudian community, and Fraud Movie was another member that joined at the same time as Gamerman. So my mind puts two and two together, so I'm like, okay. I call up Fraud Movie. I'm like, what is this? And we actually formed some good relations. And yeah, and then Fraud wanted. Fraud said, well, we didn't have to become part of the region. But we did mutual recognition, and then after time, the Fraudians put an embassy in our server, so just a chat group for Fraudian links. Then 2018 starts, and we were in good relations the first few months, and Fraudians were having sort of a fall of their own Minecraft servers. Their Fraudian Minecraft region kind of didn't do so well after the Sidonia attack, where the leader of the server just wiped their server, just kicked everyone, just deleted everything. So they had to rebuild from scratch, and they decided they would rebuild differently and do a Fraudian Makers region. And they asked if I wanted to annex my server into the community as the primary Minecraft region, and I agreed to that offer. And in March, we were fully annexed into the community, with me acting as regional leader. Things were pretty good until in June, the Silent War happened, and I might make another video on Silent War, depending on how well this one does. I'll probably make it regardless, but anyway, the Meltdown Crisis occurred, and, well, the Silent War was effectively a war between, it was kind of like a Cold War between Fraudian community and this other elites community, and then one of the, there's another state involved, the Helium community was on the elite side, and then there's Meltdown that was sort of in the middle, and it was kind of a heated time, the Helium community was started by one of our members, Love of Helium, he was actually in Minecraft Central from the old days, before the annexation, and because of their involvement in Silent War, Fraught banned them, and that makes sense when you think about it. And he came to me, saying, he wasn't so bad, and so I went through in the Discord permissions and clicked the unban on there, and that's the Patrick Fan scandal. And they had to use some not so well tactics to get me to give up server ownership, and yeah. So then there was Fraught will set up an election in the CMR Decision 2018, where members could, elect to be a regional leader. So Marble of the Merman Party eventually won and was given the title regional leader. And then in August, Marble made Garrison the leader pro tempore at the time, which is like a vice leader. He made them the official leader because Marble was busy at the time and couldn't lead. And then in September, the community had a controlled collapse. This is effectively the community just cutting off its assets because it's too big and they need to, because the community itself is small, but they have a lot of assets, so they need to just get rid of that and go back to their core central Discord servers and focus on those. So at this time, Fraught Movie got leadership of the CMR just before September, and then when the controlled collapse happened, Fraught Movie and Gamerman switched being leadership of the CMR and FMR, and then when Gamerman resigned as a leader, then Fraught Movie once again regained the leadership of CMR. So they switched a few times there, and then Fraught Movie did his Patreon thing, pushed it, and then he got to set up a realm for the CMR. Originally, it's the CMR test realm, and that went really well until Fraught said, "Alright, we'll make this an actual thing." But he had a mutant survival pact on there, and people didn't like that so much. So he decided, well, if we do it more of an islands theme, and so CMR Isles came from that, and it was a good, fun experience at the time. I created a 19-episode season on CMR Isles, and yeah, it was one of the more successful video series on my channel. So, in January 2019, Fraught Movie created staff positions in the CMR. So, me and Shadowman both became staff members. And that's the bulk of the history I have written on here. So effectively, after January 2019, some months passed, and there was another election, and it was between Marble. I believe it was Marble, and I need to look back to confirm who was in the election, but I ended up winning, and I was regional leader for a good couple of months. And then finals happened at high school, and then I was like, oh, God, now I needed to study, and I couldn't use my free time for the community, so that had to go, and it was unfortunate, but then it was kind of at that time the CMR was already declining in popularity, so Front Movie scrapped the CMR and moved over to Minecraftia, their new Minecraft Discord, and then from Minecraftia, Front Movie moved to Caveton, the current Minecraft Discord for the community, and the current home of former CMRians like myself and other old Fraudians. So, the government at the time, nothing really you need to see here that's too relevant anymore other than Decision 2018, just showing more of the data behind the first election. Then demographics from March to January, the graph, and you got to realize at this time in like February or whatever, Fraught did get rid of did a purge of inactive members. Oh, screw off my Bites. I don't know if you saw that, but anyway, so the economy. So we used the Fraudian Soul, which was just a currency. So it's just kind of like any old currency. It was backed by the dollar and stuff, and we used the Soul as a means of trade. Yep. So culture. So I did write up a lot here about culture. So our official demonym was centralist. So that's so if you're in the CMR, you're called a centralist. And the alternative demonym was CMRians and Minecrafters. So our culture was a derivative of more of a traditional Fraudian culture that they had back in early FMR and their Xbox 360 regions. But we were, of course, a new region, and we were much different. Of course, being led by me for the majority of the early times. And I had pushed for members to put their own realms on the CMR and bring their friends here to play realms. That was something that I really pushed for that. So the observed holidays we had were just New Year's Day, Packer Fan Day, Halloween, Christmas Day. Okay. So here's a picture of Delicasco Stadium. We'll get into the importance of that building in just a second. So media. So a media landscape. So we had a few newspapers and some YouTube channels. So CMR Journal, which was my privately owned newspaper. I did that kind of in the late part of 2018, November 2018, some December, and then I also did that early January, February of 2019. And that was how much I did that at Fraudian Times. Didn't really go anywhere. Fraud intended to bring that back, but it didn't. Fraud Movie owns his YouTube channel. At the time, the largest in the region. This is pretty outdated. Fraud Movie is actually at around 300 subscribers last time I checked or so, but he also did make his own a separate YouTube channel for news and stuff. It's kind of complicated, but so Gamerman, the Gaming Goodies channel, he's now over 1,000 subscribers, and then the Packer Fan 2016 YouTube channel is currently sitting at 460, but I'm sure that's about going to be different when you're watching. So sports, here we go. The Friday Games, something that I started and I pushed. So the Friday Games effectively was just, you think of the Olympics, but that in Minecraft. So it was mainly a lot of PvP contests and stuff. So Delicasco Stadium was the main venue. Now Delicasco is Latin for meltdown, I believe. So that's just why I chose the name, kind of to remember the Silent War or whatever. And that Delicasco Stadium was made in a certain Minecraft map called Alma Fraudia. So this was a project that Fraught Movie wanted us to pursue, which was just to create a new Fraudian city with some new types of architecture and stuff, and I took him up on that, and I never really finished it entirely, but I got a lot of it planned out and got some roads in, and Delegacio Stadium was created in that area, so that's kind of the importance of that map, and that was kind of, the new city of Nieve, and Delegacio Stadium is kind of our main cultural hotspots that we can remember. And this architecture kind of shows us for main Fraudian cities. We use new neo-colonialist developed from the city of Nieve, and we've used that for 5 years. And then we sort of see that Fraught Movie is looking to make a new version of this, but this never really went through. And Nosko Borg is an important member for trying to push the creation of an underground style, and there was really no act on officializing that, though. Music industry, it's effectively just me making my songs. No one else really does much of anything. Realms, so the main ones were, well, CMR Isles, which you guys all know and love. And we had a few major groups inside of it, and it was good fun while it lasted. And it was sort of our main, is our other main cultural standpoint. The Forest was a realm that was made by Ishigo, one of our old members, and is a map. Effectively, the whole gimmick was it was covered in a huge forest. So that means like zombies, creepers, bad guys can spawn in the darkness because there's a lot of leaves there with the trees, And there was a bit of a story with that and stuff, and I never really finished it, but but it was fun while it lasted. And then, in history, so in May of 2018, Fraudian Anarchy, the first and second version of that Fraudian Anarchy was really fun. I gotta say that. And then Gamerman's Survival kind of came afterwards. But Gamer did a mistake. See, he didn't change the links between Fraudian Anarchy and Gamerman's Survival. And so effectively, and some of his links he shared on random Reddits and stuff, so people actually came and oh, I thought this was Anarchy, so they started, hacking and stuff, and that's what caused the decline of the realm, but it was still pretty fun while it lasted. Yeah, so this is just kind of the central Minecraft region document here that I have recorded. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this and hearing me explain through what this was, and yeah, I'll probably do a few more of these about Silent War and a few other things, maybe talk about the Fraudian games, what that was about. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, I'll see you guys next time.